Psychological warfare, man. It's not a joke. It's not a fucking joke. They think this shit is fun and games. It's real funny that people are dying. Crazy, man. It's real fucking funny. Like, they continue to do this shit. Continue. It just doesn't stop. Broke my mirror. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Domestic terrorists. Hold on, scrub. Hold on. shit. Wait, hold on. There we go, my friends. My four-legged friends. Okay. Sons of bitches. Alright, now we're gonna just do a little drive-by type of protest. These people continue to send their fucking bullshit microwave frequencies like it's no tomorrow. Yeah, look at the military. Look at that piece of shit in his military fatigue fucking excuse me, that's legitimate. Ladies and gentlemen, 10 people dead at the VTA, and in the very same program across the map, a 14-year-old gets killed in the very same program. Right after I told you more people will die. More people will die. It's just the nature of the program. And what do you know? A 14-year-old kid pops up dead behind this program. And what did the police do? The same thing they did out here. Get on the news and say the guy had a mental illness. 10 people at the VTA and a 14-year-old in Miami dead because of this predictive policing program. Around-the-clock psychological warfare and harassment. Pushing the person into a violent reaction towards himself or others. 10 people at the VTA and a 14-year-old in Miami. You add that up. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the same guy that told you more people will die in Miami from this very same program that killed 10 people at the VTA. And again, more people will die. It's the nature of the program. Trust me, I'm not a psychic either. People at the VTA and a 14-year-old in Miami dead from this predictive policing program. Brought to you by SJPD, VTA, and Neighborhood Watch. They're getting people killed, and they're getting paid to get people killed. They're getting paid to ride behind people with one headlight and one tail light after psychological harassment around the clock. Those one headlights and one tail light, those are psychological triggers designed to force a person into a violent reaction and cause harm to himself or others. This is why 10 people are dead at the VTA. This is why there is a 14-year-old dead in Miami from this very same program. And then the police conveniently get on the news and lie and say the person had a mental illness. The only mental illness that the person had was the mental illness that they created in them. Thank you for your time. I mean, I can't get around that. Stop your domestic terror. You gonna close your door? Thank you, ladies. fucking with their pay. Yeah, that's what they're fucking with. They're shooting frequencies like a motherfucker. What are you gonna do? I'm gonna keep on fucking. These motherfuckers can't keep playing with me. You alright, Scrapper? Alright, hold on, buddy. Hold on, I know they doing that bullshit. Alright, brother. Alright, little bro. Hold on. Hey, what's going on, Tip? I don't know if you seen the last, or before I started this one, when a dude ran and hit my mirror and fucking busted my fucking, the side plastic all on my mirror and shit. That, buddy. Chill with that shit. They fucked up and let me. They should have never fucked, man. That more people will die shit. Like, now I think that shit's hitting home. Like, because they're I know they gotta be like, how does this motherfucker know that more people are gonna die? Like, I'm not psychic, man. It's the fucking nature of this program. Hands down. You can't fucking do that. You can't fucking put a person through psychological warfare and then think that you're gonna fucking increase the fucking bullshit on me and I'm gonna fucking just you're not gonna fucking turn up the frequencies on me and shit because you hear me say I fucking don't really feel the frequencies. Like, I think that's what it is they thought I was feeling the frequencies and shit, and when I said that, they just turned that shit up on me. And now that shit's really fucking with my dogs and shit. Like, I ain't playing with military weapons on citizens. Regular fucking citizens, they're playing with military weapons. United. Oh, damn it, my fucking microphone. I gotta get my fucking. Damn. Hold on, Scrap. I got you, buddy. That shit be like. Get your ass out of here, motherfucker. Motherfucker. Fucking piece of shit. Trying to wait out at the light with that bullshit. That vehicular harassment. That's that vehicular harassment for those who don't know. That's that vehicular harassment. Waiting the light out and then leaving right before it turns. And you wonder why people are killing people. Like, you're wondering why people are getting tired of this shit. And it's like, enough is enough. That's what you're wondering. Damn, they did something to my shit, man. I don't know what they did. It's the last video, but you got footage on the, it's on the live before this one. It's yeah, definitely. This is the type of shit they this is the type of shit. And if I wanted to hop out with the fucking camera and shit like that, if I wanted to hop out, he would have hit the corner on me. Hold on, bro. All right, come on, what? Excuse me, guys. That's legitimate. I'm dealing with a lot of fucking domestic terrorists. Okay, there we go. The Bible says not to be envious of the evildoers because of their seeming success. They're receiving reward full from God of the system. The devil, yeah, I don't. This shit don't mean nothing to me. Like, I don't, it really doesn't mean anything to me. Like, you know, money is pretty much just a tool for survival. Like, I don't, like, maybe in the past and shit, like, when I was younger and shit, like, you know, I'm not gonna fucking just fucking, you know, I'm gonna be, just money ain't shit to me, you know, like, yeah, I don't care about that shit like that, like, as far as, like, needing to survive and being able to use it as a tool to fucking, you know, be able to navigate, if you will, like, that's all, like, all that pretty shit, Range Rovers and fucking Mercedes Benzes and mansions and shit. Like, you know, I could live in a fucking storage container in the fucking mountains and be fucking just as fucking happy with none of this fucking shit. Yeah, definitely. These motherfuckers just, they're funny, man. It's funny how they think they can just fucking sit and do this and that nobody's gonna say, like, you know, it might not be me, but eventually, you know, eventually somebody's gonna crack the code and they're gonna be able to fucking make people see. Like, people are gonna fucking actually be able to fucking, you know, see what these people are doing. It's only a matter of time. Like, you know, me being a dumb criminal, if you would, as many times, well, you know, as many times as I've been to jail, me being a dumb criminal and all that fucking shit, I guess that's what they would call it. So, like, just these two fucking, just these two murders, just these two fucking situations alone. The VTA shooter and the 14-year-old that died. You can see the fuck-ups all in the fucking police, their cover-up. Like, you can completely see the fuck-ups in it. Like, you can see, like, you can literally point out where the fucking police are lying. At the very least, you can make people see that what they're fucking saying isn't adding up. Like, it's not making sense. It's real fucking funny, man. It's real fucking funny how they think this shit is like, they think this shit is like rock solid, like it can't be broken. Or maybe it's that they know it can be broken, so they keep enforcing all that fucking bullshit to make us think that it can't. Like, like they're pushing all this fucking bullshit on us to fucking, you know, detour us from trying to expose it. You know, because if we think they're crazy, everybody's gonna think we're crazy, that type of shit. If they think I'm crazy, what are other people gonna think? Once they make you doubt yourself, it's like they won the game. It's like if they can bluff you, they can beat you. If they can fucking bluff you, they can beat you. Let's see. Hey, what's going on, LA? Los Angeles, Tony. Hey, Mo. Appreciate that. Yeah, man. But you just see the shit, like, what is the purpose of fucking testing military weapons out on America? Like, what?
on any citizen, but like America's supposed to be fucking, you know, you come to America, people come to America to get away from all that fucking bullshit, fucking the government oppressing them and all that shit. But like, that's what you get now when you come to America. Like, that's what America is just fucking domestic terrorism. You're either, you know, within the next 3 or 4 years, you're either gonna be a perp or you're gonna be a target. Like, that's the rate that, look at the trigger. You see, after a 12-year-old's fucking dead, you guys. That's the, like, a 12-year-old is dead.
A 12-year-old is dead, and you still continue to trigger people with your one tail lights and one headlights.
Fucking 14. I don't know why I keep saying 12. I don't know why I keep saying 12. Yeah, they're not gonna. I'm gonna fucking. You know, they're gonna. Knock on wood. I'm gonna make them want to do something to me though, cause I'm gonna keep correlating that shit. I'm gonna force people to fucking look at this shit, man. And then you bring Myron May up, and then you start bringing people up, and people, that's what people need is all these fucking incidents added up. Like, they need all these incidents. Like, they need to go back and look at all these incidents dealing with targeted individuals. And then they will truly see the pattern. They will understand why more people will die. And more people will die. And they really hate the fact that I say I told them. They really hate the fact that I say, I tell them I'm not psychic. I'm not a fucking psychic. You guys know that. And I say it all the time. More people will die. And what do you know? 14-year-old pops up dead in Miami from the very same program. They fucking hate that shit. Oh, they hate that shit. But it's like, fuck, man. Shit, you hopped in the devil's pot, motherfucker. Hopefully this will make people keep a close eye on the bullshit that plays out. When it comes to them speaking on murders and shit like that are happening. Cause a lot of shit is being fucking, a lot of the crime and shit is coming from the police and these fucking, whatever you want to call them, agents and off-duty police, fucking whatever type of fucking agency they come with from. They're out here shooting aggression frequencies at people. Then they're harassing people. And then they're fucking sending fucking, V2K talking in their heads and shit. Trying to make them think that they're fucking schizophrenic or something when they know they're not. Like we literally know you're playing with fucking military weapons and shit. Like, people just all of a sudden popping up. Like, all of a sudden, you got all these fucking people. Like, why wasn't nobody speaking about these mental illnesses in the past? Just all of a sudden, this fucking it just pops up like the coronavirus. A mental illness pops up where people say people are stalking them and fucking, all that fucking bullshit. Like, following them with one headlights and shit. Like, you can't make that up, and you can't call somebody crazy for recognizing what's going on with them. Like, you can't call it, like, it's just not gonna fly. You might be able to get your fucking clones and your dummies and all that shit to fucking believe that shit, but that shit ain't gonna fly with no real fucking person who knows how to use their brain and shit. Like, you know. Man, that's what they try and make us think. They try and make us think that, you know, everybody is on the same fucking wavelength and frequency as them, as far as like being towards us and shit. Like, they want to make us think everybody hates us and everybody's evil and shit. That's why if you ever notice, if you're talking to a perp for too long, you know, if you engage in conversation with a perp, whether it's interview or fucking asking them why they're doing shit or whatever, like, you'll literally see the handler. It'll either be a handler or another perp that walks up because they want to make sure they're keeping like a fucking, you know, they want to make sure they're keeping a I don't like you type of fucking correspondence with you and shit. They don't want you guys getting too friendly, buddy, and they don't want you divulging information and shit, because these people, you know, they're very easily manipulated people and shit. Very fucking easily manipulated and shit. And a lot of them are like on heavy drugs. Like, so, you know, for the right niche, or you get the right niche out of what it is, they'll divulge everything. They'll literally, you know, you get the right person, he'll tell you why you're on this shit. He'll tell you exactly why you're on this fucking shit. You just gotta get him mad enough. You gotta get him mad enough. But that's one thing about these people. They like to win. They like to fucking, you know, if there's an argument, they want to win it. That's what these people are like. So, you know, if you're kind of talking shit about them, or you're placating them, you're playing their psychological game with them and shit, you know, you fuck around and get one of them to expose why you're on this fucking program. Literally. That's how fucking childlike minded they are. Like, you get them mad, they'll fucking divulge everything. But it's all plausible deniability, because if a junkie tells you that and you try and take that shit to court, who's gonna fucking believe you? You mean to tell me you're listening to a junkie telling you that the government is following you and all this fucking shit? Yeah, right. That shit is, nobody's gonna believe that shit. That's why they utilize them. Look at the trigger. The triggers just don't stop, man. More dead people. That's all they want, is more dead people. The more dead people they get, the more they can rush in their gun laws or whatever fucking agenda they have. Because, do believe me, there is an agenda behind us. There's an agenda behind us. I don't know what it is, but, you know, there has to be some type of agenda behind us, because we keep killing people and killing ourselves. You know, too much of that, the government steps in. The government will step in if there's a little too much of that. So if there's not enough of it, what do? You create enough. You create crime. You create a bunch of ticking time bombs. You pay people to harass them around the clock. And eventually one's going to explode here. One's going to explode there. One's going to explode there. And one's going to explode there. Just like the 14-year-old. You know, and that 14-year-old, that's the most precious fucking case they have right now, because they can say, look, see, these people are even fucking killing kids and shit, like, you know, and the fucking dumbfounded fucking sheeple are gonna fucking go ahead and give them more funding, give them more of their money. Oh man, this shit is crazy. Imagine paying in your taxpayers' money, some of that shit goes to the police. So imagine paying the police for protection, but the very same police that are protecting you are creating the crimes that you can possibly, run into. So your tax dollar really, that's slave money. Like, that money isn't for you. Like, that money isn't going back towards you, like, to fix the fucking community or, all that road bullshit they say they have to do. That maybe a little money goes to that, but the majority of that money is the fun little bullshit like this. And put your life on the line. Put your kid just goes to Target. Your kid just happens to go to Target. And there's a targeted individual that's been fucking so harassed with this predictive policing bullshit. That he flips out on your kid because he's been so marinated with these marinated and sensitized with these Target bags and shit after, heavy fucking psychological harassment and shit. People fucking picking on him and bullying him all fucking day and shit. Picking and bullying on the person that kills your kid and shit. Like, and if the kid is innocent, if the person is innocent, whoever happens to be walking with their Target bag, then it's really nobody's fault except the police. Like, you cannot blame. Like, I'm not gonna say that about all Targets. For me, I know right from, well, I say all Targets actually, whether you know right from wrong or not, because we don't completely know like they know how our subconscious works. Like, they are literally fucking, they load us up every day with bullshit, and a lot of that shit, it's in our subconscious and shit. Like, we might not remember it now, but when they want to bring that shit out, whatever they do to bring that shit out, trust me, they'll bring it out, and you'll be triggered into doing something to one of these motherfuckers, man. And I don't want to be their weapon. I don't even want to be a weapon for myself. Like, I'm not, so I damn sure don't want to be a fucking weapon, for these motherfuckers to fucking create some fucking laws and shit. Like, just fucking create a fucking law. Like, if you're gonna fucking go as far as to fucking harass people and shit like that, just don't even fucking harass people. Just fucking write the fucking law down. Fuck with people. If the people don't like it, they can fucking, drop dead. Just write the fucking law down instead of harassing the citizens and shit. Like, test those fucking like, the military has tested the microwave weapons. The military has soldiers and shit that they fucking used it on in other fucking countries and shit. Like, why are you testing military weapons? Because the military militarizes you and gives you military weapons to fucking help you on your fucking crusades in the streets and shit. Like, why are you acting immature with these military weapons and shooting aggression frequencies at people and fucking, voice to skull and all that shit? Like, what the motherfucker could do. Like, you literally fucking got soldiers to fucking drop their fucking weapons because they thought Allah was in their fucking head. Like, you've used this on the fucking battleground. What the fuck purpose is to use it on the fucking... Isn't that going backwards, using it on American, like, our own citizens? Like, that's going backwards and shit. Like, come on, man. Fucking lab rats to these motherfuckers, man. We're lab rats to a bunch of fucking goofies. Okay. The Florida, okay, yeah. Miami, Florida, okay. Yeah, just a bunch of fucking kids in badges, man. They get these fucking military weapons and shit, and they start thinking that they're really in some fucking, you know, they start thinking they're in a Call of Duty fucking video game and shit. Like, I can just imagine, like, the fun they have using that shit. Just our reactions and shit, like, this is what the fucking this is what the fucking video games has fucking been leading up to, like, literally. This is what the video games has been leading up to. Like, literally got the police that you hire, they're already kids. So you know they're into, a lot of them are into that gaming bullshit. They be gaming and all that fucking bullshit. Not to say gaming is for kids, but you know, they don't have the mentality that you think a police officer would have. Like, these, like, trust me, I've been arrested. I've been arrested by some of these fucking, you know, kids and shit, man. They're not, you know, a bunch of fucking, not to mention they look like kids, man. They're kids, literally fucking kids, man. So just to put a kid in a position of power like this, like, do you know what that fucking, you know how fucking dangerous, that's why people are getting shot and fucking killed the way people are getting shot and killed and shit, because you got a fucking bunch of fucking kids with guns and shit. You got a bunch of fucking kids with guns. And whatever they're teaching them at the academy, that shit ain't working. Like, they need to update their fucking protocols and shit, because, you know, whatever it is, they're leaving some type of fear. They're leaving fear in these people. And that, you know, that may be on purpose, but, you know, they need to strip that. If they're gonna have fucking kids toting guns and shit, they need to teach them how to slow down and not be so fucking fearful. If you pay attention, you guys, I'm gonna pull this back a little bit. I don't know if you guys can see the light. The ones that they'll come in a line. It'll be a line of cars, and you'll see when they're using the microwaves on me. You'll see when the light turns green up there, they'll stay. The one that shoots the microwaves would be strategically on the side of me. And, you know, it'll look like he's just a regular car waiting on the light, but the light would be green and none of them move. Like, they're in contact with it. Like, the line that comes through, like, they're in contact with each other. If you see them when the light turns green If you see them hold up at that light, that means they're fucking shooting frequencies and shit. Okay, let's see. Man, okay, and just, yeah, Rip Meyer, man, Aaron, Alexis, Gavin Long, Wayne Daniels, Phil Leak, Crystal Cross. Okay, yeah, I gotta write them down too. Chill out. Hey, chill out, dude. Go, come on. No. Rest in peace to all TR, definitely, man. You can't make that insanity up. Hell no, man. You can't. Hey, what's going on, MM? Appreciate that, Mo. Childlike minds, yeah, man. They're really fucking childish. Man, you should have seen that cop that fucking shot the guy. You know, the cop that out here that shot the guy during the Black Lives Matter, that shot the guy in the face with the beanbag gun. Like, literally, like, the dude is dancing around like a fucking kid, man. And then his boss, I mean, not dancing around, but he's acting all fucking tough and poking his chest up and, you know, just acting like a cop shouldn't act, man. And then he shoots somebody in the face with a fucking rubber ball gun, and his boss gets on the fucking TV and tries to make excuses for him. Like, he's a good kid. Like, what? Okay, if I go to the fucking store and if I steal a candy bar out the store, you're not gonna get on fucking. You're not gonna tell the fucking people, you know, that I'm a good fucking kid. Like, you're not gonna say give this guy a chance. And that's just, you know, for stealing a candy bar. This motherfucker damn near shoot somebody eyeball out with a with a rubber gun, with a rubber ball gun, and you fucking get on TV and try and say how he's a good kid and shit. Literally putting this motherfucker in a position to do the very same thing again. To commit the very same crime again. Like, you're... It's crazy, man. It's just insane. These people, man, they protect their own, though, man. I tell you, no matter what the situation is, you know, whether it's fucking killing one of the fucking people they pull over, internal affairs is just an illusion and shit. Look at the trigger. And for those who aren't targeted, for those of you who are just tuning in and understanding what this target shit is about, When I say more people will die, I mean more people will die. When you see these one headlights and these one tail lights, when you see a lot of them, just know, might not be today, might not be tomorrow, but somebody's gonna die.
More people will die behind your domestic terrorism.
All black, all black, all black. Yeah. See? And there's way more than $33 million. They gotta, you know, $33 million is probably not even a year's worth of this program with all the people they gotta pay off, and these people are swimming in money. Like these fucking handlers and all that shit. The perps and all that shit, the footwalkers and all that shit, they you know, they get peanuts and shit. But there's literally people right now building generational wealth off this program. I mean, you see what they're doing to us, how criminal. You know, when we die, you know what they're doing with our fucking organs. Immediately. Fucking immediately. I wouldn't be surprised if organ trafficking was one of the main reasons that they're fucking doing this shit. Like, I wouldn't be fucking surprised, man. You know, you get one person to kill 8 people, to actually fucking kill 8 people and then himself. You know how much money and organs that is? One person. Like one person's organs can make you more money than that person's ever had, and that the person who organs you're selling, you'll make more money off his organs than he's ever had in his life, probably. Like, that's literally how much, like, they you know, they're paying for that shit. Motherfuckers that want to stay alive will pay any amount of money if they got it. You know, that's why you got fucking 80-year-olds walking around here with fucking plastic face and shit. They had so much fucking plastic surgery that they look like Barbie dolls and shit. Like their face is all fucking boxed up and squished. It's all like it has a shiny, like it looks really like, it almost looks like melted and shit. Like when they get what do they call it? I gotta go get snipped under my chin. Rich people be killing me with that talk, man. That rich talk is crazy, man. I gotta go snip under my chin. Fucking crazy, man. Yeah, man, they bank off of us, man, big time. Jails, all that shit. They're banking the shit out of it. Like, they're making a lot of fucking money off us, man. Because it's not... When they say community, they really fucking mean community. It's not just your neighbors. It's not just the police. It's the fucking merchants. It's the fucking homeless people. People from every fucking aspect of the fucking job field, from plumbers to fucking, you know, from the highest paid jobs to the lowest fucking wiener schnitzels and all that fucking shit. Like, they've literally covered ground and strategically made harassment look like a good deed in the eyes of the people. Like, people literally, like, and after, like, so long, when people start dropping and dying and shit, like, you have to know that this program is not good. Like, you might be in it and the harassment seems cool and all that shit, fun and all that shit. But when people are actually dying and shit, like, you need to take a look at your fucking, you know, your fucking mindset. If you're okay with that shit and you can keep on doing it, you know, and for the police, you know, when people really fucking start seeing, you know, the police are gonna have it real fucking bad when people start fucking waking up and seeing what they're doing. Nobody's gonna trust them. Like, it's bad enough with your, like, the police have a hard enough time getting people to trust them. Once the people that don't know about this program know and find out that these people are, like, the police are really conducting this shit, especially people who've had family members wronged by the police, killed, unarmed, killed, and the police getting away with it, and all this fucking shit that the police get away with. You know, once people find out that they're doing this and they're conducting this shit and people are dropping dead and they're fucking still doing it and just fucking, they know it's gonna happen again, like, you know, people are really gonna fucking lose trust for these motherfuckers, man. It's gonna be like, you're gonna have to bring the fucking robots in because, you know, it's gonna come to you can trust the robot before you trust the police, because the robot's not prejudiced. A robot doesn't, you know, a robot's gonna go by the fucking books and what has been programmed. That's the way people are gonna look at it. Police can be fouled and shit, like, they can get mad at you for running and fucking tack on fucking charges that, you know, way out your league, like the charges that you didn't have nothing to do with. They can beat you, they can kill you. A robot AI be able to read your fucking mind and know you're not no fucking threat and just fucking lock you up. Yep. Untrustworthy fucking terrorists, man. That's your police department. And mine. Because trust me, ladies and gentlemen, know one thing. You know, if one of us, any one of us should happen to fall off this map and die behind retaliating on one of these people, just know that your legacy, when they leave your legacy, you're going to be labeled as crazy. You're going to be a monster. And all this fucking bullshit. But they're not going to tell the people that they created you. They're not going to tell the people that they hit you with frequencies, aggression frequencies, and, you know, emotion enhancement signals and all that shit. Like, they're not gonna tell you that. They're not gonna tell you they hit you with fucking, tell people that they hit you with around the clock psychological warfare, fucking V2K and hacking of the phone and breaking in your house and all that shit. They're not gonna tell the people that. So you gotta do the best of your fucking ability to tell those people. Like, you literally gotta tell people. So when, you know I'm doing it a lot more because people are gonna fucking see. Like, basically I'm fucking pleading. I'm pleading for fucking help. I'm telling you that police ain't helping. The police are conducting this shit. Like, they're literally participating. Like, you know, there's no way that you're gonna get help from the fucking police. You know, people are gonna start fucking using their brains. Like, what would you do? What the fuck would you do if you got the whole fucking community harassing you for the police? Physical, psychological, vehicular, vandalism, burglary. Especially if you got a family, man. Especially if you're living in the house with your kids and all that shit. And these people got cameras in your house and your neighbor just fucking, you know, watching you take a shower and all that shit. Like, you know, that causes some type of mental tick to make a motherfucker flip out. And then when you induce the fucking harassment with the one headlight fucking triggers, tail light triggers, target bag triggers and shit, you got a recipe for disaster. You know a murder's coming. You don't know when. You don't know when, you don't know where, but you do know why. And you know this fucking thing, like, and I don't like to say I told you so. I don't like to do it. But the reality is, and we all did. We all know this shit. We all know that there's destined to be another fucking murder. Every targeted individual knows that there's gonna be another murder. There's gonna be another death. I don't even want to say murder because, you know, it's just gonna be another untimely death if a target decides to fucking, you know, retaliate on his harassers or her harassers and shit, because yeah, it's just inevitable, man, and it's not their fault. You can't say it's their fault, man. When these people are going out their way to fucking, you know, mix up our psychology, scientifically fucking scatter our brains, if you will, like, you know, this is fucking serious. This ain't no fucking joke. Like, psychological warfare is not a fucking joke, man. You can literally control people. Like, you can control people, man. You can, you know. The brain is fucking, the brain is a motherfucker, man. Very, very delicate. Very delicate. And they know that. And that's why they can continue to put the fucking, the majority of the population on the front line. And, people aren't even going to say anything about that shit. A 14-year-old kid can get fucking stabbed to death. And they still flood the streets with their fucking triggers and their harassment. So again, I say, more people will die. Can't find MAGA truth either. Oh, you talking about BAM? I think you gotta look up BAM. BAM on the Run. So Nappy, not enough humans that they have to harvest organs from TR, you think? Oh yeah, definitely, man. They're even making movies about that shit now, man. They're making movies like that shit is cool, like that's gonna be like the next hustle and shit. Like, they're literally making like movies of gangbangers and shit doing that shit. Like, I got this app called Tubi and shit. Because it got a lot of hood movies on it and shit. And like some of these movies, man, this fucking organ trafficking is becoming popular with everybody. Like that's just all the way flooded down to us now. Like black people and fucking like not black people, but like people from the streets, like hood people and shit. Like people from the hood are fucking doing that shit. They're trying to make it seem like it's a hustle, like it's the next big hustle and shit. And movies have that fucking effect on people too, man. You used to steal a car or take it to a chop shop and probably get like $1,000 or whatever. And now it's gonna be like, body snatchers and shit. Like, if you can make a quick $2,500 off a fucking dead person and shit, real quick. You know how many kids? Like, there's literally like if you introduce that, there's plenty of kids willing to do that right now. And I'm talking about literally kids. Like, I'm not talking about fucking 18, 17. I'm talking about like 14, 13 and shit. Mom smokes crack in the house. Fucking dad in jail. No fucking food in the house. No TV, no none of that shit. Fucked up clothes. Oh, I can kill somebody and make a quick $2,500. And anything with four digits, anything with 4 digits to a kid is, that's a lot of money. When you're talking in the thousands and shit like that, that's a lot of money for a kid, like, who hasn't seen nothing, and all he has to do is pull the trigger. All he has to do is pull the trigger and you do the rest. It's a lot of fucking money for a kid. That's how a kid's gonna look at it. No, I think you gotta do Bam on the Run. Bam on the Run, Mo. They always erase his channels and shit. Expose them, hate the truth, definitely. One thing I must say, try to focus your time on solutions to all this wickedness. The time left we have rapidly being exhausted to its finality. I can put you on the earth. The thing is, bro, the thing is, like I literally, I honestly feel like I don't, they're gonna do what they do. Like, I honestly feel like that, just one day I'm not gonna be making, like, one day the videos are gonna stop. Just put it like that. One day the videos, they're gonna fucking, because they push and they think, because they push that I'm gonna back down. Like, the more they push is the more I'm gonna try and expose them, and the more I'm gonna be able to, the more I'm gonna fucking, concentrate on painting the picture for these people to fucking see. And like, I can already see it. Like, they're fucking, they send their fucking intimidators, if you will. They're fucking big fucking football playing looking weirdos and shit to fucking intimidate and shit. And that shit just don't fucking work, man. It don't fucking work. And they they know it don't. Like, it's gonna come to a, I'm pretty sure this shit's gonna come to a halt soon. Knock on wood. Hope it doesn't, but I'm not gonna back down, and it doesn't seem like they're gonna back down. Motherfuckers already killing my dogs and shit, pushing frequencies and shit. Like, the only solution, like the only solution I see to this problem is fucking, it's not, we're not even as tired, like, we're not ready for it, man. That's the only solution I can think of, is fucking tearing down these streets and protesting. Not necessarily tearing up the neighborhood and setting shit on fire, but we gotta fucking, shit just ain't there. The only solution is to build a solution to cope with this shit. Like, that's the only solution. Shit, we can't even get the public to fucking, even though this shit is just happening in their faces as we tell them. Like, we're telling them we're telling them fucking, months before the shit even happens, that, this program is gonna bring more fucking trouble. And it's like, it's happening in their face, and they're telling you. They're telling, like, for them to say that dude was saying that people were stalking him and all that shit, and that they're using government fucking weapons on him and shit. Like, literally, targeted individuals write fucking vlogs and vlogs and vlogs and videos on that shit every fucking day. And the shit pops up, and, people are killing people, and they're telling you why these people are killing. It's like, I don't know. It's like we're dealing with a bunch of fucking dummies, man. We're dealing with a lot of fucking dummies, man. Like, they're literally willing to put their own constitution on the line to strip away another person's constitution. Like, if they're knocking our constitution down, and you see them, I mean, all the time they're fucking just picking something off the fucking list, whether it's fucking freedom of speech. Oh yeah, you can't, it's not freedom of speech no more. Or it's freedom of speech if you don't want to get online and be on the internet, but you know, if you want to use our computers and shit, no freedom of speech. No fucking freedom of speech. Only behind your closed doors and shit though. Freedom of speech in your house. You know, they take your guns away. Like, literally, states are stripping people away their fucking guns and shit. Like, oh, man. Yeah, man. Slowly but surely, man, there will be no constitution. Constitution is, our Constitution might as well be written on a fucking roll of toilet paper.